Wait, my mics should work? Alright. Welcome everybody. We're here today to talk about a very important piece of black history. I almost said black American. African history here on the Himsel Games channel. And here with me is my number one who's expert on women in movies. So what did you think of the Woman King, Weekend Warrior? I was gonna flip around. Never mind. Go ahead.
Hello guys. Thank you for having me here, Florian. I didn't. I was surprised because I thought it was gonna be bad, but it was actually very competent. I liked bits of it. It. My overall impression of the movie was that it's mid. I think that's a fair.
That is
Yeah.
so disappointing to hear
Like,
because
like 5 to 8. Yeah, around that. If over 10, something
that
like
that,
that.
that that's a very wide range.
Yeah. 'Cause-
5 and 8.
Yeah, 5 to 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 1 to 10. Like anywhere between 1 or 10.
That's my impression of it. It feels like a B. Yeah, or a B plus.
A B movie.
Yeah, because it was like I like some of the action scenes were actually good. I was surprised, and I actually believe Viola Davis to be that strong. Like yeah, even though she's kind of old, like the way she carries that sword, I liked it when she gave the sword to her. Oh, can I spoil the movie? Or no?
Yes, you can. Wait, actually, let's wait. Let's wait a
Okay.
little, all right, before we
All right,
spoil
all
it.
right, all right. And she gives the sword to the trainee, and the trainee couldn't hold it, and the sword just falls. That was a good scene. I like Lashana Lewis here. She was very good as best friend, strong best friend of the other main character. I think because there were two main characters here. Do you agree with me here, Florian? It's
Huh?
the Woman King and this new trainee, Noe.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty clear. it's
Yeah,
it's focused very well on the backstories of these two characters. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's surprising that the Woman King isn't the only main character. What a plot twist.
Yeah, what a twist.
Yeah. Were you talking about the woman with the fortune telling or the warrior woman? Which one were you
No,
saying?
no, the actual like twist, or I guess the reveal of the film. That was what I was gonna talk about.
Well,
If
right.
you mean
Yeah.
the big girl, no, it's the.
Oh, so
I
you, you,
can't say it
you
without spoiling it. Yeah.
fine spoil it,
Near the end,
Jesus.
in the end, the friend that stood by Noe near the end, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's Lashana Lewis. I forgot her name though,
Well,
which
I
is
guess
sad.
I mean, I always forget everyone's name, so it's not because I'm racist this time, okay? So to me, this movie was, when I saw it, it was like a 10 out of 10. It was really
Hmm.
good. I really enjoyed the characters and the stories. And I guess it's not for everyone. I mean, just the historical feel of it was great. But
Hmm.
then I
You
read
go.
up but then I looked up the historical context, and
Yeah.
apparently it was all wrong. Did you hear
No.
about that?
Okay, chat, if you're listening right now, cover your ears, or because actually, the Dahomey people, they were the ones actually enslaving other people, and it's this, it's fueling their economy basically. And they actually did try to. I Wikipedia this also, Florian. They actually tried to do the palm oil thing, but it wasn't lucrative, so they went back to slave trade.
I am actually surprised that they tried the palm oil thing, because that
Yeah.
palm oil thing was so stupid. It's like, oh wow, did you go to the future and look up on Wikipedia how you can make money in Africa? That's such an amazing thing that is now relevant in modern economy. I like what are like what are people in the 18th century gonna do with palm oil? Please, are they gonna? Is it gonna add to their keto diet or whatever?
They don't. Yeah, they don't know that also. And the funny thing is, right? They tried with palm oil, but they still use slaves in real life to fuel their palm oil industry. So that's funny also.
Oh, that's even
Yeah,
better. Hell yeah.
yeah.
Well, It is so bizarre how they frame this movie as
Yeah,
these women warriors who oppose slavery absolutely, you know, and I mean yeah, if they get ordered by the king, I guess they would have to like do stuff,
do it.
but then she
Yeah,
becomes the woman king, so like any of the actual crimes of the Dahomey people would surely be like on her
annoying
head,
her.
yeah,
Yeah, also. Yeah,
but
but the idea, but the
yeah,
film actually like rewrites history. So it's like,
oh
oh,
absolutely, yeah.
the tyrant king who enslaves people is now a revisionist king who helps slaves be free, and his kingdom is a righteous kingdom with the woman queen alongside him. Whatever.
Well, I mean that happens only in the end, and I mean I guess she
Yeah,
actually earned it at that point. But
yeah. I mean, yeah,
it's just so weird that they make this whole narrative about how this other tribe of African, mostly men actually, is
yeah.
enslaving their people, and they go out in a raid, and it's like, oh jeez, they're really murdering these men. Wow, I'm impressed with this actual like grayscales of morality here, and it's like, oh, we're farmers, please don't kill us, and then oops, there's a tent full of enslaved women. Oh wow,
Time to die. Yeah.
isn't that great? Well, no farmers here, they're all slavers, we can kill them all, and we never do any slavery.
Yeah, I mean, I really do think that the Woman King would have benefited from it being just some forgotten African tribe, or some invented African tribe. They didn't have to put his. No, seriously, because I think a lot of people boycotted it. A lot of black people actually tweeted out like, "Did people
Well,
know about the
it
homie?"
wouldn't.
Yeah,
It would actually not have worked. Like if you just take it and you don't call it the homie, then it would be clear that you're still doing them. You're just too cowardly to admit it, so it wouldn't work. And like if you tweak a lot of stuff, then yeah, I guess you could do it. But then I guess you lose a lot of what the movie is putting out. So,
fake
it,
history.
I, I mean, yeah, fake history, but like if you just change, I mean, you'd have to change a lot for
A
it
lot,
to
yeah.
for it to not be just the recall of the homie and now they don't do slavery, you know?
Well, the Woman King doesn't exist in real life, also. So I don't know.
Oh,
Just
really?
invent. Yeah.
I thought that existed actually, huh?
No, that was fake news, also, Florian. Unfortunately.
Wow.
So the character, the Nikisa,
Viola Davis, you mean?
Viola Davis's character did not exist in real life. She was purely a fiction. So there you
Wow.
go.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know that they had like a woman king at some point. I thought it was gonna be realistic, but no.
No, no, man.
Well, that is
Gibo.
tragic.
I remember the king because he's the real person. Gibo was real, and he just fucking went back to slavery after palm oil didn't work. So there you go.
So I guess that's more realistic than I thought it was, but only slightly. Like
Yeah.
I like they so there was actually a moment where they decided no slavery for us, and then they tried the palm oil. No wait, you said they
Yeah.
still used slavery. They just didn't sell the
No, no,
slaves, I
no.
guess.
In the what I meant by that was that in real life they did try to use palm oil for trading, but they went back to slavery. But when they were farming the palm and making the oil, they weren't like, they were still using slave labor. So that's just
Yeah,
funny to
that's
me.
what I
Like,
meant. Yeah, it's
okay,
so
okay, my
crazy
bad.
how you just take these people and then you write the narrative so as to put all the burden for slavery on the other black African men and the European men, I guess.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
these women, these African women, they did nothing wrong at all. They just I guess they're actually time travelers because they have all of our modern sensibilities and they're ready to impose that onto this 18th century world.
I'm sorry. I laughed at one point during the movie because
Oh wow.
when Viola Davis was saying how what are the perks of being a warrior woman, she said your opinion will be heard. I laughed and like, oh my god, that's yeah, they don't have that at that time, but it was just a funny statement to make.
I
to
mean,
me.
I mean,
Witnessing it from the future.
it's probably a little more true than I mean,
Yeah,
like a regular woman will have an even harder time having her opinion heard. Not as
yeah.
much as they portrayed here, because I think women would have still had a lot of say, but who knows? I guess I don't really know too much about the gender politics, but yeah, it's just so amazing how they did that. Like in the end, the grand finale is that they have to save the female warriors that were captured from
Yeah.
slavery, and then it's like, yeah, imagine anyone doing slavery, we would immediately kill them. Like it's so
Yeah.
bizarre how they don't. Like it's tragic in a way. I mean, I still love the movie. I still think it's a good watch. I guess you just should be aware that it's mostly incorrect. I mean, like it's not entirely wrong. I mean, it's like the actual
Yeah, I
events
mean the
maybe.
homie do exist. Yeah, like the female Amazons do exist.
No, I
That's the
mean,
thing.
like the narrative is a little off, but apparently a lot of the actual African Americans are the opposite ancestors. Fuck, the offspring, I guess. They are the offspring
Yeah.
of actual Dahomey people. So a lot of the Dahomey
Oh
people
wow, really?
were. Well, that's what I heard. Apparently, a lot
Even
of
though
them were actually sold into slavery. So they
like the
apparently.
white guy,
Well, yeah, I mean,
the
he definitely.
half white guy.
Yeah. I mean, he for sure, yeah. But apparently, like, I guess they actually enslaved a lot of people that were genetically very similar to their own tribe. So, I mean, maybe they were even enslaving like their own brothers and sisters. So that part kind of makes. I mean, that kind of makes it better. So it's not like entirely nonsense. I mean, it is like a lot of nonsense, and like a lot of these historical movies will have it so that it's just like, oh yeah, we're actually like essentially time travelers, and we're just gonna do the future in the past. So I feel like that part isn't particularly crazy, but I mean to some extent it feels like you're doing feels like it's really wrong too. But I guess it doesn't bother me. How does it feel to you?
No, it feels like I think just knowing what happens in real life just puts some of it is like wish fulfillment shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we should correct this. We should also have a co king to help the king see the error of his ways and stop being a slaver. Because it's her speeches that change the mind of the king in the movie. So
Yeah, I mean,
I was like,
I guess if she was real, I guess the story would exist. Yeah.
yeah, I think that would be like,
But sadly, it's like portrayed as if it was like the real story of these Agori warrior
yeah.
women. So that part is definitely very iffy.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Florin. I think they are fucked because either way, like if you tell people that, oh, actually these guys participated in slavery, people won't want to watch it. But they ignored it completely, and they do mention it in the movie that they used to enslave people and they shouldn't do that. But the way you portray your advertising for it is like they're righteous warriors fighting against a crusade. But when you actually watch the movie and you do your research, you realize that they're also slavers. You're gonna go, oh, what the fuck, you lied so that you can show your movie. So I think they're fucked. So
Yeah, it's
I
so
don't know.
bizarre. I mean, a lot of this
Yeah.
outrage was before the movie came out, which I'm not sure. I actually
Mhm.
haven't seen. Have I seen the trailer? I don't think the trailer does anything where it's like, oh yeah, we are the Agori and we fight against slavery. I don't think the trailer does that. Do you think it did? Have you seen it?
No, I mean
The trailer, I mean.
the trailer kind of like shows their okay. That the
Yeah,
impression I got was
yeah.
that they're
I don't
fighting against
remember
like
it.
being because you're a woman, right? And you're fighting against men, so men bad. That's the impression.
I mean, yeah, I guess essentially, but I guess they
Yeah.
really were like specifically women, which is really strange. Like that's bound to be not particularly efficient. I mean, it's still doable. Like if you have like a well trained army of women, that's still good. Like it, they'll do better than a woman in one. Like it like if they use weapons and spears. I guess they didn't have enough spears in this one, but I guess I guess that would have been racist. But like, if you're gonna have swords, spears are more efficient than swords in war.
Agreed. Yeah.
So,
Can I just make a I mean, can I just make a mini rant here?
Sure.
What unrelated to Woman King? Because I play Fate Grand Order, and there's a class system there if you're not familiar with it. Saber, Archer, and Lancer. So it's weird,
like every game, I hate that. Yeah.
No. So because here's the thing that fucks with me. Sabers beat Lancers. Lancers beat
Yeah,
Archers,
I know. I hate it.
and Archers beat Sabers. That's so weird. Like in real life, if you're at an advantage, the Archer will win more often than not, right? What is this? And if it's on a one-on-one fight, a Lancer would be better than a Saber. That just fucks with me. So yeah, I agree that in relation to what you said, I think the spear is a superior weapon if it's melee. Yeah, that's just the point. I agree with you in a long-handed anime way. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they also could throw the spears, but yeah, you're right. I mean,
it's a very versatile weapon. The spear is a very versatile weapon.
I mean, I guess there's like some spears that you definitely don't want to throw, especially like big pikes and stuff.
Or a vibranium spear.
Well, I mean, those should be pretty light, so I think they might be good. You know.
No, I mean, it's just
they're just
call back to our.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean it's kind of a challenge in games because of course you're going to be tempted to do a rock paper scissors. So I guess the sword ends up being better than the spear. But like realistically, you'd always have you'd have.
She's coming. He's coming towards me with a sword. I'm gonna stab him. Oh, he's far away. I'm gonna throw the spear. You know. Like...
I mean, like swords weren't really used like that. Like, I mean that you might use swords if you're like in really close quarters, but in general, swords would be a sidearm in like an actual war. You wouldn't have like swords as unless you
base weapon.
Unless you're going full fantasy and you have like huge swords, like I guess this one wasn't even that huge yet, but like the really big Zweihanders, like obviously those might be able to compete with spears, but like no one's gonna use those. You'd have to be a bodybuilder to wield those huge things conveniently. I mean, you might see that in games where they have like those ones. I guess in that case it's fine. I guess we're just in the fantasy realm then. But yeah, I mean. Like, you'd probably just have, like, different types of spearmen, or like, whenever you have people with swords, I guess they might be, like, inside cities, because the spears might get stuck when you go through a doorway, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, guards would have swords, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that's the sword's the sidearm, and you have a main weapon, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but like a cop or a guard would not have like a weapon of war on him, so he would have like a sword. That would make sense. But he probably wouldn't even have a shield. He would just be like armored, and he would have a sword. Anyways, that was. I'm actually very passionate about that too, like historical weapons.
Oh, and just a tangent also before we go back to the Wonderful Woman King. I watched this Chinese movie where this guy was bragging about how useful a short sword is versus a long sword because you can draw it faster. So and at the end of the movie, he does use that tactic to behead someone. So that's like this is a side tangent about swords.
It's probably pretty hard to use a small sword to behead someone.
Yeah, but it's
you would have like the lever action of the long sword to make it easier to do the beheading, but like with a short sword, it's basically you having to push like the entire sword through the guy's neck. You know, it's crazy.
Oh right, okay. Maybe you just killed someone then. I forgot, but he was bragging about the short sword's usefulness, like in a quick draw situation. Yeah, something like that.
I mean, the advantage would be mostly that you can conceal it better. You know, like that's incredibly important in real life, but not in war.
Yeah.
Because you can expect warriors to be armed.
Yep. So going back to this wonderful movie.
Oh well.
Well, okay, guys. If you're just catching up, I didn't hate The Woman King. It's a perfectly fine, entertaining movie. Yeah, that's a very because they even have like the character development of the other protagonist. Noe, and
I
yeah.
I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna read the chat here for a second.
Okay, yeah.
Someone said not just racist, but a phallic tool. Yeah, that's why they can't have the spear. You know, it's too phallic. Someone else says Roman troops are one of the few examples I can think of where swords were the main weapon used by infantrymen. Is that true? I think
don't know. I don't know about that because I'm not a Roman geek. So,
I
hey,
mean,
I think I've seen Solar Dragon in my chat. Am I
hey,
right, bro?
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
am I
makes
right? I
sense
don't know.
that like most of these people here will probably be from yours. I don't
Yeah,
usually get
Bilbo
this many.
Balboa. I also see him
Oh yeah,
in my stream. Yeah.
I kill people for fun, says someone else. All right.
Hey, Solar, what's up, man? I,
All
well,
right. So,
okay, so I kind
uh,
of like the storytelling, if I may, Florian,
uh,
if I can
have you come
because
around to it? Well, that's good.
no, it's like the Woman King is confronting her past, while Noe is moving towards her future, and I kind of like her decision at the end. It's like a full circle.
Yeah, without spoilers, those
Yeah, without
things
spoilers. Yeah.
make a full circle, you know?
No, I mean yeah, it's a full circle, and she decides to be a warrior. I kind of like that.
Well, she decided pretty early on to become a warrior, but
No, but she was like, she was like, she. I think like at the end, okay, guys, she falls in love with handsome half black man, Mr. Malik, and she had a moment there where she could decide to just go with him, but she chose to stay with her sisters and be an agoji and be an Amazon, and yeah, that was nice.
well,
Yeah, they even had that looking back while everything is in chaos. They look at each other far away and they nod like, okay, I understand. Yeah, yeah, they even do that thing. It's like, okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah, but come on, that's just such a trope. Of course, like there's always gonna be like a moment of temptation where she could have a better life and she could get away from all this warrior stuff. But obviously that would undermine the entire movie, so she couldn't do it. You know.
do they reference the Dahomey slave trade in the movie? They actually mention it. They actually mention that they do capture people and sell them to slavery, but Woman King is adamant that that's wrong.
Yeah.
We shouldn't enslave our fellow Africans. We should. The evil is because of the Portuguese or the slavers, basically the white men.
Yeah,
They're
definitely the
blaming
white man.
Whitey. Yeah, yeah. Not because it's profitable for them to do it. Also, no. It's just white men bad.
Well, I mean, it's not entirely wrong. Like obviously, like the slave trade, the slaves existed, you know. But like
Yeah.
now you can sell them onto boats and make a huge profit, which wasn't there before. So obviously it's gonna be incentivized way more. So you can't really like
Yeah.
say like it's
Because of
obviously
Whitey.
real. I mean, yeah,
No, I mean, okay. No, I'm not harping on the real fact that that's an economic incentive. What I'm laughing at is how the movie just ignores the Dahomey reality.
yeah, it's bizarre.
Funny to me.
It's almost as if
Yeah.
you had like a movie where the Jews have to where the Jews put the Nazis in concentration camps, you know, and then the Nazis are like the main characters and they try to
Yeah.
escape.
And the main character is like the Führer Prince or some shit.
I mean,
Young Adolf.
I feel like that's not
is-
even.
This is wrong.
I feel like that's not even that far of a bad comparison. It's just that we as a Western audience are so divorced from this history that to us it doesn't really seem as wrong as if it was like the actual Hitler stuff, you know.
No, yeah, that's funny, isn't it?
I mean,
Knowing it before going in, it felt weird. Like, this
Oh,
is like
well.
historical revisionism 100%. But
yeah,
that's
that might have ruined it a bit, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but despite me knowing reality, I enjoyed the movie. So there you go.
I mean, it's actually too bad that they did the revisionism because I think I would have really enjoyed the movie if they actually portrayed slave trade as a thing that these people did in order to survive, and they
Yeah.
hated it, but they didn't like. There wasn't anything they could do about it, you know, because it was just. I mean,
It is what it is. Yeah, yeah, something like that.
I mean, I guess specifically the king would have had to force them to do it, and then like she's oh my god, like the main character, she hates the idea of being subservient to men so much that she slaps her future husband, and then her her father enlists her in this all female military just because she refuses to marry. Like that's such a wild character, you know. And to us, it seems like, yeah, that's what you would do. Who would want to be subservient to this fat old man, you know? But back in the day, that would have been a pretty crazy thing for her to do, you know.
Yeah. It's like, also, if I was the father, I would have sold her to the slave market and not to the king. Right?
I don't even
Why
know
would-
if he gets paid, but I think the point here was that it's like when you send your kid to military school, you know, just so that they can either learn discipline or they can admit that like following your orders is the best they're gonna do. Like they can either fight for their life or they can do what you tell them, you know. And they always have the option to wash out and just go back to their life, but no, she she chooses to fight. So I mean, that was
Yeah. I do like that she had a weapon that she could use, and they didn't try to make her like the 5'3" woman that kicks everyone's ass with an axe or some shit. I did like that, what they did.
Yeah, I know, that
Like,
would have really
yeah,
sucked if she was just like inherently really skilled and great at weapons. I like that she actually really sucks, but then she becomes really strong because she is
yeah,
just so ambitious.
yeah,
I,
and I also like that her badass scene is at the end of the movie, because I've been like watching all this Marvel shit, and typically like the strong female protagonist moment happens early on in the series, and I feel like while that's not her main weapon, you can see her, right? She was still throwing a knife, but at the end she was using a sword. It was a good scene. Like, oh, she's a war, she's a goje. Or what? Yeah, I like it. I
yeah.
like it.
I mean, there were some other moments, like when she won the trial, she actually was so far ahead of the other girls, but then she went back to save her
Save
friend,
her friend,
and
yeah.
then she still came in first. So I mean, she's obviously a little bit of a Mary Sue at
A
that
little bit,
point.
a
But
little bit
before
suey.
then,
Yeah, yeah.
well, I mean, I guess her, like, the men don't like her, but I guess to the women she might be a Mary Sue.
Yeah, no, not only that, Florian. To get ahead of the other person that went ahead of her, she jumps down the tower.
Yeah, she could have
And
broken her
and
legs, but
yeah,
it's
and
fine.
and she, not only that, afterwards, okay, now that we're talking about it, I notice it now. She
Spoiler
flips a
time,
guy.
no?
Yeah, she flips a guy bigger than her and muscled. So yeah, that's also.
Well, I mean, that's
Like,
not
I think-
entirely impossible, but I don't know if she used like realistic force or what.
And I also remember, like, the only person that I could believe there that could fight toe to toe was the character of Lashana Lewis, the best friend of Noe, the elder warrior girl. Yeah, I liked her there in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, there were a few good women in this, like.
Yeah, I cried when something happened. It was great.
Well, we can move into the spoilers now.
Okay.
You can.
Okay, guys. Lashana Lewis comes back to save Noe while they were captive, and she dies because of it. That was so good. When she died, that was so good. Like, there's a lot of acting here that I like from her. When they were throwing water at them, they're bathing them or just fucking with them, and she tried to help Noe. They threw water at her, and there was this moment where she was like, her face just says, "I can kill these fucks, but I'm just gonna have to bide my time first." She was like trying to restrain herself. It was such a good moment. Like,
Well, she does have a broken arm, right?
no, but I think she's like the best. I think she was the best character in the movie. Not even Noe and So I kind of like. I did like her a lot.
Yeah, she was good. She had heart, and she was
Yeah,
incredibly strong.
yeah, and
I mean
it
that
was
actually
tragic that she
works.
could have escaped, but she came back for her friend. That was sad.
Yeah, is she the one who is like
She
a
shot.
bit
She was.
of? Is she like a hard ass at the start? Is that her?
Yeah, yeah, she was the one that get shot at the end.
Yeah,
Was
no,
not.
no, wait. She's not the hard ass. No, she like there's the one woman that says, "Don't touch my spear," and then she's like, "Ah, "Okay, here you can touch my spear instead." You know, that's
She's
her,
that
isn't
person.
it?
Yeah, she's the other girl. Yeah, and that person also like I don't know. Some of these characters have mini arcs. I like it.
Yeah,
Like
it's really
there
good
was
storytelling.
yeah, there was one trainee that is like gung ho, and she gets killed by the general because she tried to face him head on, and she died for it. There was another girl that proved her worth by shooting at guys near gunpowder, and they exploded to save her fellow warrior, but she dies trying to do it. That was like, oh damn,
Yeah, there was a good bit of death in that one.
yeah, I like it.
And rape. There was a lot of rape too.
Oh yeah, okay, guys. The backstory of the Woman King was that she was captured by the main bad guy as when they were younger, and she was raped a lot, and that's the source of her nightmares during the story.
What?
And spoiler alert, Noe is her daughter. Oh my god!
Yeah, and she put a little shark tooth under her skin, and then
Yeah,
she took it out. She stabbed her own daughter to
yeah, she
prove it's
stabbed her
like
daughter.
Jesus. Can't you feel it under the skin? You don't need to stab it out. Jeez.
No, she. I don't know. It kind of fit her hard ass personality.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess. I mean, she could have died of an infection, but I guess they already get
It,
stabbed so much. I guess anyone
yeah.
who's got like not the best immune system ever will have died already.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I okay. There's one nitpick. This is just a nitpick. I acknowledge that it's a nitpick because at the end they kill the bad guys and they come back and be warriors again. What I don't like is they're already at the altar, and you got Noe crying, and she finally says that yes, you are my daughter, and no, and the daughter just leaves. And then you have the scene where she's like all formal dressed and everyone's in formal attire, and then Noe accepts her as her mother. I think that's kind of like pacing wise. I think that's a problem. I
Well,
think
they,
they should have ended at the altar. I think that
well
was a
they,
good way to
they
have ended it.
they did have a fight, so I don't know. It made sense. But
But
yeah, it was a bit awkward. I mean, I guess they
no,
didn't
but
accept each other right away.
no, that was weird because she was like, I think they already accepted each other when she saved her from the guys charging at them,
Oh,
right?
you mean
At
at
the
the
end.
end, right? Yeah, I thought you
Yeah,
meant
yeah.
when she told her.
Oh no, no, not that, not that. Like at the end, right? Like
Oh
after
yeah,
that, they
I mean they were like risking the life for each other, so I don't. Yeah,
yeah.
I guess it
It
made
was weird
sense.
that after this was after she got announced that she was the Woman King.
Yeah.
And just that I think that was a good way to have ended it, right? It's an intimate moment with mother and daughter. They're 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 having an intimate talk and they hug. I think that would have been a good way to have ended it. And you could just do the thing where they celebrate. Still, I think that would be fine.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
just I think it's just awkward storytelling that oh now I'm formaled up, mom. I accept you now. That's just it's just a
well,
weird it's just a
well,
weird pacing thing for me.
well, she was mostly announcing it to the others, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't remember too much. It's been a while.
Yeah.
But another thing that slightly, well, I mean, I guess that one bothers me a good bit. Is the way that the king is so grateful to her that he wants to make her the woman king, right?
Yeah, like
But then he also says, like, for some arbitrary reason, this is it, no more fighting. You can't go save your friends. Like what? And she's
and then she
gonna be
saves them anyway.
well, yeah, obviously, but like she's gonna be your queen, but she's supposed to let her friends die, really? Like, wow.
I think it's more of like if you're gonna be queen, you can't die. Maybe it was something like that. I don't know.
I mean, he didn't need to already make her king at that point. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I
like
agree.
he.
I actually agree with you. I think she would have been fine as queen when she came back. Like, fuck you to the scheming woman. I need a tough lady, and
I,
the woman king is the person for the job.
I mean, it's like one of those moments where you're the king and you have to make a hard call. You know, you say like, okay, I already said that you can't save your friends. Okay, I know it's stupid, but I made I spoke my word and I'm the king, so you gotta do it. You know, but it feels like that was such a stupid time for that kind of moment. This is the
Yeah, I
one
agree.
time where he disciplines her is when she wants to save her friends. Wow, that's
And it doesn't
great.
even like I don't. At this point in the movie, they're already at an all-out war, so I don't see any reason why
Yeah.
they wouldn't try to save their people, especially when they need more soldiers.
Yeah, and then like the most ridiculous trope is like she tries to go and save her by herself. Yeah, that would have gone well, but then luckily all the Agochi come with
They
her.
just go with
Wow.
her, yeah.
Yeah, she didn't even need to tell them. How
Yeah,
convenient.
like Wakanda Assemble. Oh,
But
I do find it funny. Like she in the like somewhere in the middle of the movie, like she was going to fight her rapist one on one, and she was ready to die, and she was
yeah,
actually saved by her daughter, and she got mad at her daughter, and one of her soldiers like, "Sis, what are you doing? This is stupid."
yeah, it's so bizarre how she only risked her own life, the daughter. So she was way less reckless than the commander when she saved her own life. Obviously,
Yeah, it's just funny.
obviously she would have been more important. And what was her plan? Even she wasn't even gonna kill him. She was just gonna like fight him, and then backup would arrive, and she would have been killed and presumably also raped.
Yeah,
It's
it's stupid. It's a stupid plan. Like that part
yeah,
of the movie bothered me because I think that scene would have been better if they were actually being chased, right? Like an actual legitimate chase from the guy, and they were fighting to escape from him, not
yeah,
this like forced duel. And she looks stupid. She
yeah.
looks stupid.
And
Like she's
the
a general, Morgan. If she dies, who's gonna lead the army? She doesn't even think of that.
Yeah,
Like
she's so traumatized in that moment, and this is the choice she makes. It's quite
yeah,
wild.
yeah. It would have made more sense if she froze and she had to
No,
be
I,
saved.
I think she
Yeah, or
froze
something.
for a little while, but yeah, she did make that choice as well. It was quite wild. And her daughter was so good. She actually barricaded the gate so that they could fight
Yeah,
for longer. She she was so good. What a shame. But
yeah,
I guess it's fine. In the end, she sees the error of her ways. And the king,
yeah,
too, even though he almost picked the wrong woman to be the woman king, just because he's so insistent on, on having the feast at the time that he's already decided. Uh,
Can I just say also, why don't they just make her the warrior queen? I don't know. Just why does she have to be called the king? Also, is there something wrong with being a queen?
I mean, I don't know. I guess it didn't exist at the. Oh wait, no. I think
No,
the.
they were
No,
queens
yeah, no,
also.
I get it though. No, the difference in this case is that a queen would just be the
The Hara. Oh yeah, yeah,
she
the
would just
wife.
be the wife of the king. Yeah, but a
Yeah.
woman king
Okay.
is also a ruler in this case, so that makes some
Okay.
sense.
Fair. Fair. Fair.
Yeah,
Okay, I accept your explanation. That's actually a pretty good explanation. Okay.
woman can.
Woman king. Woman king.
Did you like the moment in the movie where the one guy said, "I wasn't told that we were kings." What a meme, yeah. He
Yeah.
did he didn't consider that they would also have kingdoms in Africa. Or did he think
Yeah.
there were white people ruling them? Well, I guess he just it's just such a funny
The-
way of saying it though. We were kings? Damn. Like
Yeah.
it's the meme moment, and
Yeah,
it
know
was
your
very
history.
special.
Oh my god.
Well, I mean, I guess he could forgive him for not knowing it, but then he comes back.
Yeah.
So wait, no, I guess he must have known when he traveled back. I guess he just meant like when he was young he didn't know. But I guess just saying the words is because it's the meme, you know. Oh well. So, anyways,
What else did I like about, or what I'm thinking about, if things I hate about it or nitpicks about it? It's actually it's a solid film actually. If you
hell yeah.
ignore the historicity of it, it's an entertaining movie.
Well, you have to ignore the history.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. You have
No,
to.
no, I mean like you have to ignore it in a lot of movies. Like if you look at 300, for example, that one's crazy, and it also represents like the fascist Spartans as being like great for fascism. You know, it's like killing those babies. That's how you do it, man. That's how you become strong.
Oh yeah, okay, that is very brutal. Like the defect babies are thrown and killed. Yeah.
Well, I mean, fascism doesn't like fully apply because it like fascism depends on modern technology. You know, like obviously the further back you go, the more authoritarian people get. But like, I mean, they definitely did the eugenics and.
Yeah, I think eugenics. Yeah, definitely.
And they did like lots of slavery, obviously.
And
so
they were very homo. So very fascist.
Were they actually gay? I don't know, but yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh no, I'm thinking of the Athenians that do the butt sex.
Maybe.
Do I miss my Greek lore? Am I missing my Greek lore?
No, I think you might be right. I feel like it's a bit of a meme. It's maybe overblown, but I don't know. I guess they must have done it to some extent. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's that type of culture in Greece back then, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it was.
Yeah, I'm just talking out of my ass.
But like the whole framing of 300 is that
sorry.
Sorry. Well, the whole framing is that King Xerxes and his empire is so degenerate, but the Spartans they have this really old tradition of eugenics and well, I guess they had warrior women too, so that part wasn't too bad. Is that true? I don't know. But like they were the heroes, but then the degenerate gay Persians, they're the villains. That's so crazy, you know. I mean, like just the way it's portrayed, you gotta ignore like a lot of the actual history to think that the Spartans are someone to be celebrated, you know. But yeah, how would you like this movie if it was like really realistic and these women were just outright slavers and you just see them enslaving men all the time. Well, and women, I guess.
I think that if you wrote it properly, they could like show the morally gray aspect of it, or how they can't do anything or something like that, but they're conflicted about it. I think you could write it in a compelling way. I just don't know if someone in Hollywood can. Like,
I don't know if you can, because like at that point
when slavers.
Yeah, I mean they're outright slavers. They go to their neighboring villages and they enslave the people. It's like the complete opposite of what we see in a movie, because it's actually them doing it and not their neighbors.
It's just gonna be bad guys versus bad guys, huh?
Well, I mean, you'd have to show them like enslaving farmers too. So you would not be able to make a lesser evil argument. So like I think a realistic portrayal might have them be like monstrous slavers, but I would fucking love that. I would love some really good female villains.
Like I saw some. I also read in the Wikipedia page that the Oyo Empire was actually a big deal then, and they were rebelling against them and fighting it. So they were actually fighting for more tributes, more slaves. So yeah, it's so fucked.
Oh yeah, they did like lots of human sacrifice as well.
Yeah, also, chat, did you know that?
Yeah,
they sacrificed their slaves.
Yeah, so that the rain would come, right, on their palm oil.
Oh my god. Oh, Florian, did you see on your chat?
What happened?
I mentioned the Greek bot. There's a bot. Find love on the best dating site. Because I mentioned the butt. Oh yeah, I think chat's right.
Well, I don't know if that's why it happens. I think these bots do just pick random streams, you know.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe it was. Who knows? The bot. Well, I don't know. It might need to. It should be a grinder bot or something. Wrong audience. I guess we're interested in Spartan butts here, all right?
Or we're getting the grinder bot now in a bit. Somebody ordered a grinder bot.
Uh-oh. But yeah, I feel like this is a fairly good historical movie, despite like the outright slavery problems, you know.
Despite the history. Sorry, that's just funny.
I mean, you'd have that a lot.
I agree.
Like, what about stuff like The Last Samurai? Was that accurate?
Yeah, that's fake as fuck. Yeah.
I know, right? It's
college,
just what you get in America, you know.
Chat. My professor went on a rant when he saw The Last Samurai. Like, I enjoyed it, but when he pointed out how historically bankrupt that movie was, it was so fucking funny.
Oh, do you remember what was wrong with it?
No, I remember him saying that if they captured Adams for real, they would have just killed him.
Oh.
Or they wouldn't. Why would they even try to teach a gaijin the samurai way, especially when he killed one of them?
Wait, so was there no Western samurai ever? Is there no historical basis?
I think there might be, but the way the movie depicted them, it would not fly.
Yeah, I mean it's a little problematic that the Woman King is like marketed as being so realistic and historical. Fair. So that's a problem. But you know, there's lots of shit like that. Like Kingdom of Heavens apparently is like crazy bad historically as well. And like in the movie, the guy's just randomly inventing like an irrigation system that revolutionizes something. But he's just like a random knight. There's no reason why. I mean, a random knight that apparently existed. There's no reason to invent the fact that he's like also like an agricultural engineer who could do that kind of stuff, you know.
Or not only that, Florian, he also takes a queen with him on his way back to England.
Yeah, that one's like pretty made up too. But I guess that one was longer ago. But I feel like if we had like a random story where we have like a historical knight and he's portrayed as something completely wrong, I don't think anyone would care. I don't think there would be any outrage. So I think you all people are racist, sexist, and I already said racist. Those two things.
Oh my god.
Well, no,
maybe have to go.
But mostly the people who are just really outraged by the fact that this is happening. I feel like that's a little racist for sure, because you don't put the white movies to the same level of scrutiny. Yeah.
Maybe I think it's because I don't know how they portray themselves. I guess I don't know. Like it's just. But,
yeah, maybe the marketing was misleading. I don't know.
Yeah, the marketing's fucked. Yeah, I think the marketing's fucked.
I mean, I didn't see anything in the marketing that was like, oh yeah, we're telling the truest story ever. But I don't know, maybe. Guess.
Yeah, the home, but it's having said that, I did enjoy myself. Having said that, all that.
Yeah, I mean,
derogatory shit about the marketing. I still enjoyed the movie.
I think I might not take more than 1 point off the rating for being like whitewashing slavery, I guess. Well, I guess it's not even doing that. I guess it's just whitewashing the Agoji? Yeah. Agoji. I guess it's whitewashing them and the homie, but other than that, I guess there's no. I mean, the actual morals of the movie are not bad, like the fact that they fight against slavery. I mean, I guess it's boring. It happens all the time, you know. You're gonna fight against slavery. I mean, yeah. You have these warriors, and then like you have to invent a way for them to be against slavery in order to make them appealing to modern people. I feel like that's always stupid and boring. Yes, sorry. I feel like slavery wasn't that much of an issue to people back then. I feel like
it wasn't.
I mean they must have just like seen it happen a lot, and some of them did it and some of them didn't. You know, it's just the times that have changed. And apparently, like Britain apparently tried to get the Dahomey to stop doing slavery, and they actually blockaded the port to make that happen. I think 50 years after this movie. So that's hilarious that the white devils that they were fighting eventually would actually be against the slavery, you know. But
yeah, and you know how they got defeated?
Tell me.
Yeah, the French beat them because of superior technology, which is funny because it's just a longer bayonet. That's how they got defeated.
Wait, the French defeated the Dahomey?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the whole kingdom actually became a French protectorate until the 1900s.
So did they have less slavery then?
I think they abolished it by the time the Frenchies took over. Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's probably still bad the way the French ran it, I guess. I mean,
yeah,
like,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, they wouldn't have like actual slavery maybe, but then like the colonized people would still be treated worse in general than they were before. But who knows? But yeah, I mean, I could probably. You know what? I'm all for this movie. Okay, if they want to make a sequel where the woman king defeats like some kind of English king and stops him to do slavery, just completely like unrealistic bullshit, I'd be up for it. Okay, make like a whole woman king universe. All right.
Yeah, the woman king cinematic universe.
She just goes and rights all the wrongs of history. I'd be here for it, okay? Just drop the pretense that it's historically accurate and just just go for it, all right?
Like she goes to Germany and at some point,
yeah,
she kills the ancestors of Hitler by chance.
Yeah, she knows. She's a full-on time traveler, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe she even travels forwards and fights Hitler himself, you know?
Yeah, she knows like the palm oil thing, right? So, of course she would know who the ancestors of Adolf are.
Yeah, Woman King versus King Arthur. Maybe.
Oh my god, that would be fun, actually.
Well, I guess King Arthur was even further in the past, so I guess she'd have to time travel again.
Why not? Why not?
Hell yeah.
Like an isekai.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, are you?
Oh wait, no, I know it's an anime where someone goes into the past, right?
Or in in another world, yeah.
Yeah. Those are usually bad, right? Is there a good one?
I think I haven't really explored that. I think I can't think of anything right now on the top of my head. Oh, there's a fantasy series. It's not an isekai, but there's a fantasy series I like. The Goblin Slayer. I like that.
Oh, do you like that?
Yeah, I liked it, especially when they all. Nah, I'm not gonna say it. Your stream might get flagged.
Yeah, you liked it when he did the Holocaust against the goblins, right?
Hell yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the goblins were specifically portrayed as Jewish cats.
That was on the nose when they were. Yeah. Goblin Slayer's like, where's this yellow star while you're walking?
Yeah, have you heard the complaints about that show being very, very fascistic?
I did not hear about that.
Well, you gotta look into it because there's like a lot of imagery that evokes it to some extent. I might be wrong actually, but I feel like that was the gist of it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I don't care if it is fascistic.
No, you should care. You should care. It makes it better.
I wasn't expecting that. That was a good job.
I like watching like problematic things sometimes. You know, I watch Watchmen occasionally and 300.
Like the series,
you know?
Watchmen or the movie?
Well, both, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the movie is like the best superhero movie ever, and like the Rorschach, the main guy, is supposedly pretty fascistic, but I guess you don't really see it in the movie too much. So I guess that part's a bit whitewashed. Someone in chat says, "Oh God, yeah, that's
yeah,
that's right."
I didn't expect that we'd go here. Actually,
I was too liberal. Oh no. But yeah, there's like a lot of problematic things out there, and I think it's better to know about them and then still enjoy them, okay? I know I'm pretty weird that way.
No, I think I watched your discussion with Monkey regarding Florian versus Comet.
Oh no, what did I
Yeah,
say this time?
no, I agree with him. Like,
With him?
I think no, yeah, no, the sentiment that you should be able to hear a differing opinion without acting like a retard, right?
I mean, yeah, for sure.
In a civilized society. Hey, Spy Cat, so
Like
right?
a lot. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the people who get the most offended is when they disagree with me political. Because if I just don't like a movie, they don't like they like write one or two. They might write one or two bad comments, but if it's something political, and then they'll just keep calling me like a lipcock or something forever, you know. It's pretty wild how it goes out there, you know, but
Yeah.
it's just interesting to look at the meaning of these things, you know. You gotta be more aware of the politics of what people make. And I guess the politics of the Woman King isn't bad, but it's really weird that they chose to do this. I guess they should have made like a completely fictional setting, and then they could have told their story without anyone saying that they're fake, and and that they're doing the wrong kind of slavery,
They're
I
doing
guess.
the wrong kind of black power. Like that.
A completely ahistorical black power.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this discussion. Oh wait, I guess, do you have any last words?
No, I'm just gonna wrap it up and say that it's surprisingly a competent, solid at times. Overall, I was entertained by The Woman King. It wasn't like woke trash. Like the main character has flaws. The other protagonist is not perfect from the get-go, which is surprising. And yeah, it's actually just a well executed. Rough
Yeah.
at times. Like if you were here in the beginning, I had complaints about it, but overall I enjoyed it. So
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think you should probably do a video. No, I guess you probably wouldn't, but
nah, it's not clickbaity enough.
that's the problem with your channel though. Like, did you know that all that like the 4 top viewed videos on your channel are just complaining about movies,
Among women.
about
Yeah.
women in movies, you know?
Yeah, I've actually had some people tell me maybe I should do a video about something I like.
Yeah, I know. Maybe you should.
Yeah. You know what? I'll actually do a video about the
Hell yeah.
survival. No, not about this. Something I
Oh.
actually like. Like
Oh,
the time survival genre. I like that game. You know, the Vampire Survivors type of game. I like that.
oh, but I thought you should do something about women that you like, because like you always target
okay.
women for something
no,
that
I
you hate.
Women, so
I knew it.
yeah, I'm a misogynist. I was pleasantly surprised by the black woman when she was tied up. Yeah.
Yeah, you really
That's why I
enjoyed
like
the
this
rape.
movie. I liked it when she made her daughter suffer.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, watch for the sequel, The Führer Prince.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm just annoyed that there's always this stupid outrage whenever there's anything with women in it. And this was a really good movie. It had obvious flaws that are pretty bad, I guess, but like watching it is a really good experience that people should enjoy. I mean, I guess you've probably been spoiled at this point by us, but you know, it's a movie that exists.
Entertaining. Yeah.
I hate that people just get outraged whenever something like this comes out, because like I'm pretty sure that the marketing didn't say anything about, oh, we're gonna be so woke.
Yeah, I think Hollywood has to make a course correction because the media they have recently is just shitting on their target audience. Like
Jeez.
remember Bros? Like,
Hell yeah.
You don't support gay people if you're a misogynist racist if you don't watch Bros in the Weekend. That's stupid.
No,
That's stupid.
No, it's true. Bros is definitely the pinnacle of gay entertainment, and you should all watch it. I'm sorry.
Well, I agree.
I'm sorry that you're triggered by the truth. Okay, if you don't like to see this amazing movie with tons of beautiful gay orgies, you,
Yeah, like
there's no
children
hope
should
for
see
you.
dicks when they're so. Holy crap, man!
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know. You never hear about. You know what? It's always like these kind of movies. They get attacked, and then you
Yeah.
focus on how the people that were attacked react to being attacked. Come on, man. Like that's
No,
not
'cause
fair.
it's like I think people expect shit from like the woman empowerment type of shit movies. Because I think people have been burned so much.
Well, I don't know if that's true. I feel like there's a lot of fairly good stuff out there still. And like the worst stuff in the MCU isn't the stuff with the women in it. It's the stuff
Wait.
with it's Thor 4. That's the worst stuff.
No, Ragnar. Yeah, I should. No, I'm just gonna hate on that shit. Uh,
Well, I guess I grew to like Ragnarok, but I think Love and Thunder is definitely the worst MCU thing
yeah,
that
I
exists.
agree. I think I'm just gonna hate on Love and Thunder.
Hell yeah.
Because I'm not surprised. Because I saw people complaining that they didn't take the cancer seriously. When I was like, bitch, did you not watch Ragnarok? Where they made fun of his planet being exploded? What did you expect? I'm like, why are you surprised? That's just a stupid comment about it. Why did he make fun of cancer, bitch? Thor's whole planet exploded and he laughed at that shit. Shut up.
Wait, what was the cancer thing?
Like with Jane, right? She had cancer and there
Oh,
were
that
jokes
one.
made about her cancer and I was like, why
Oh,
are you surprised, idiots?
I was thinking of something else. I think there was someone who made fun of an actor having cancer in a really obscure way, but I don't know, remember where it was. So I guess we'll.
Is it in it's not in the Thor movie, right?
No, I don't think so. I guess I'm wrong. Yeah, no,
Obscure actor that had cancer. I don't recall it, man.
never
Sorry.
mind. You'll never find it. So
Okay.
basically, so you hate it too, right? What's your rating of Love and Thunder?
Oh no, I am not going to watch it because I know I'm gonna hate it.
Well,
Because
okay.
if I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna be triggered by it. Because I'm not surprised that he went that route of shitting on or making fun of cancer. Because he's that type of guy. Why are people surprised?
I mean, I feel like his comedy isn't actually that toxic. I think it's just it's so toothless that it's completely unfunny, you know?
Okay, there's no edge to the jokes he's making.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
And it,
Why? Like, I did not watch Love and Thunder. What type? What's the
oh
cringiest
boy.
joke he made there?
Well, one
No,
of the
I just want an
yeah, yeah.
example so I can like taste it.
Well, one of the worst examples actually has an edge to it.
Hmm.
It's actually where Thor gets his new weapon, which is an axe, and then
Okay.
this woman, she gets his old weapon, Mjolnir, because
Okay.
Mjolnir actually has the ability now to reforge itself, which is pretty convenient. But then the stupid joke that keeps happening is that Thor's axe is jealous of the hammer whenever the hammer is in the room, and the axe just awkwardly floats into the room, and yeah, the axe has an edge, but. They just keep telling that stupid joke, and I hate it so much. It's like, who even cares, man? Are these
I
weapons
remember.
this petty?
Okay, I remember someone making a review saying that the goats kept bleating, and I think Taika Waititi thought it was funny, and it wasn't. Like the goats keep making that horrible noise.
I
Maybe it
mean,
was in your monkey review. Maybe it was there. I don't recall. But I remember someone complaining that he really thought it was a good joke, and he kept using it, and it doesn't fucking land every fucking time. Yeah.
it's funny that was said because like the goats were the most funny part of that incredibly unfunny movie. So
For you. Okay, I see you.
I mean, the goats weren't like offensively bad. It's just like screaming goats. That's like a pretty low level of comedy, but
Oh, so that's not the Giga cringe that
yeah, like
Thor Love and Thunder achieved.
it feels like the other jokes in this movie are so bad that they're just intentionally bad, and he's just trying to see how bad he can make jokes and still make billions of
Money.
dollars at the box office. It's just bizarre.
Like, do you think he gave up? Do you think that he didn't give a shit?
I mean, it's hard to tell. I mean, maybe it's just so strange that so much money and effort by all these people went into this movie, and then the writing is just so awful. And for anyone who just came in, but just I'm talking about Love and Thunder, The Woman King is actually amazing, and you should all
Yeah, The
watch
Woman
it.
King's an entertaining film, guys. Don't worry about it. We're now talking. This is now this is funny because we were wrapping things up, and Love and Thunder came up for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, but
Anyway,
I guess the point, yeah,
Yeah, the point is.
the point I was making is that like Captain Marvel was kind of bad, okay, but it's still like way above Love and Thunder, okay. I mean, like, okay, She-Hulk
I
probably
think so.
She-Hulk was pretty good. Well, the finale of She-Hulk is like the worst thing you'll ever have seen. So okay, fine. Maybe women did ruin the MCU, but can you stop assuming that from the get-go? Jeez, just give people a chance, all right? Like I was happy to go into She-Hulk and be surprised, and I was actually surprised at how bad
Until
the finale was. but everything else I would still enjoy, okay? And Miss Marvel, for example, was really competently told. You should watch that one.
Yeah, somebody said it was okay.
Yeah, I think it might have been Mumkey.
Somebody
Yeah,
told me it was okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Not you, obviously, because you liked it.
No, I think Mumkey said it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, people should stop judging these things, like especially before they've even been out. Jesus. But like,
Oh man, I wish I had my Twitter because I remember like comments about the Woman King marketing. Well, like you're not supporting Black history if you don't watch this. I swear to God, there was some bad marketing around it. Oh, I can't believe I'm missing Twitter. Oh my God, it's just a weird statement to make.
well, I love Twitter, but okay. I guess you could cope and act like you don't really miss it. Sure.
No, I just said I can't
Yeah.
believe I miss it because I miss
Okay.
it.
Well, you actually post like a ton, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's funny to just because the other day I was like, oh, this would be a fun shit post, and oh, I forgot I don't have Twitter anymore.
Just the emptiness in your soul. No,
Yeah, I just realized, oh fuck,
I want it back. Are you
oh no, I
So
need it back.
are
No,
you
'cause, okay,
permabanned? How did that
yeah, I
happen?
think
Even.
it's it's permanently suspended. So chat, the reason I was permanently suspended was because I shat on the people who threw tomato juice soup at the painting of Van Gogh. And my tweet was fucking kill them. And obviously, I don't want them to literally fucking die. But Twitter somehow interpreted that as you cannot put targeted harassment to groups of people. And in my fucking appeal, I was like, I do not literally want to kill them. It's hyperbolic. When people ask me on the thread, I say it's as a joke or sarcastically that, oh yeah, I do want to kill him. I line him up the wall, but it's clearly sarcastic. But the reply I got, I think it was a bot, because it just repeated the thing that told me I was permanently suspended. So it's stupid.
Yeah, is this your first time the bot did anything? Did you not get a warning?
This is the first time I was permanently. This is not the first
Well,
time
yeah.
I got like a timeout, but this is a permanent suspension. So
Oh yeah, you gotta watch out. You can't ignore timeouts. Like you definitely can't do any kind of death threats on Twitter. It's pretty stupid that way. I actually got a warning. Well, a timeout, I guess, because I was telling like a Christian, I don't give a shit about your stupid God. Leave me alone. And that was apparently targeted harassment against religious
no,
people.
that's so stupid.
I know.
Hate bots. I hate bots, man, because like.
Well, I mean, it is
there's
technically. It is technically.
no nuance to it. No, but you clearly are not telling people, hey, the Christian God does not exist. You're all stupid. You're not doing that. You're just specifically talking to this guy about it. It's like
Well,
there's
I
no
mean,
nuance
I
to
mean,
it.
I would do that, you know.
Oh no! Don't say that. Don't say
I
that.
mean, it's well, I mean, it's fine on YouTube. It's just Twitter is like
It's so weird.
it's an
I
extra
can't.
level of you having to be careful.
It's an
Like,
extra level of retardation.
I mean, I wouldn't say so. I mean, it's probably fine to have like,
No, because this is the okay. This is the bullshit part, Florian. Because I caught up with the G4 TV news. Okay, this is like a. Why am I telling you about the G4 TV news? Because Adam Sessler has tweets talking
who?
about how he wants Adam Sessler, one of the G4 TV. You know how G4
I
crumbled,
actually
right?
don't know what that is. Never mind. I thought you said Adam
Okay,
Sandler.
no,
Weird.
no. Adam Sessler is a host there, and he has a blue check mark. And he tweets about how he wishes his Republican family members were fucking dead. And I get the fuck, and I think he means that. And I'm here shitting on stupid people, and I got a fucking permanent suspension. That's retarded.
Well, I guess the thing is that I guess checkmark people have a higher chance of not getting banned, but everyone else
Yeah,
has to
it
really
just
watch their words, you know.
it just proves that it's automated.
Well,
'Cause-
I mean, you don't know.
right?
Like, if you report him, he might still get a timeout. I don't know. He might even get banned, but
Nah,
who
I
knows?
doubt it, man. I doubt it. I can't wait for Daddy Elon
Well,
to take over.
I mean, it's not actually biased, you know. Like, you can't even make fun of Christians, so it's definitely not biased.
Oh, fair. That's true.
Yeah,
Maybe it's biased if you have a check mark.
yeah, maybe, but I mean,
Check mark advantage.
I mean, you probably don't get infinite timeouts either as a check mark. It's just kind of sad that there's like so many people that are just permanently banned from Twitter, and you just really have to watch out. But I guess, I guess, yeah.
It works.
I mean,
It's It's retarded.
yeah.
I don't want them to literally die. Oh my god! Do I have to like, do I have to say every time in Minecraft? It's so stupid.
Minecraft.
It's like, is there no like legitimate nuance or communication in that platform? It seems like it, right?
Well, I mean, it's probably fine to have like a little level of not being able to say like the worst things, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you probably don't
I don't-
want to swear too much and stuff as well. Yeah.
Also, I don't want them to literally die. They're just kids. I think they're just being used by that fucking organization because
Well,
they're impressionable young people.
I mean, was it? What did they do it on purpose?
Yeah, they threw it and they made a whole speech. Yeah,
Well-
it's so annoying, Florian,
Well-
bro. They threw soup. Okay, I'm just gonna rant now. They threw soup at a Van Gogh painting, and they were saying like poor people can't afford fuel to heat the soup, and I'm like, if you actually met a poor person, they wouldn't care if they couldn't heat it. They would just eat it from the can, right? It's like. It's a non-argument. And then one of them said, if you're outraged at us throwing soup at this painting, throw your outrage at the government. I'm like, what? It doesn't work like that. You're just gonna put shade on your fucking organization.
Well, I'm sorry. I might have to side with Twitter here, but
oh my god.
but you shouldn't like tell actual like activists that you think they should be killed, even if it's a joke. Okay, you know how many people like you can easily do something and get cancelled, and then you have like a million people telling you to kill yourself, and then everyone says, "Oh, Twitter is such a toxic place," and then yeah, like obviously that means we'll have to ban people who tell people to die. You know.
Okay, but the bot won't do it if you say unalive in Minecraft.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
I know, man. They just triggered me so hard because they were so fucking. I think if you want people to support a cause as important as global warming, you shouldn't do it like that because it will just invite negative publicity, and I think that is a real thing.
I mean, what's even the connection between the painting and global warming?
Okay, somebody said on Twitter that oil paintings don't even have petroleum.
Wait, that can't be the reason. It's not because they used oil, is it?
No, No, see, that's my impression of how stupid these people are. Because, like, okay, what's a famous thing that has oil in it? Oil paintings. Okay, let's use that. Because if they had any fucking balls, they would go to a gas station and do that there,
What?
right?
No, that's way worse.
Or or do they realize how much oil is used to make that fucking can of soup? These people are retarded.
I mean, like, let's find out. What do they say? The soup, the soup protesters grabbed the world's attention, but were they effective?
No, because people are talking about how
No,
stupid they are, and
I'm
nobody's
reading
researching on Just Stop Oil. People
I-
are shitting on them properly, rightfully so.
Okay, so they're part of a group called Just Stop Oil. Okay.
I think I did more research
but
about
why?
Just Stop Oil than anyone else on the fucking internet, because
Well,
everyone's just shitting on them.
well, it can't just be because there's oil in the painting, right? That can't be it.
No,
There's got to be a better reason for why they picked that painting.
no, shut up, Florian. That's the straw man in my head. No, okay. To be fair, okay. The guy that said that there is no petroleum in the oil painting. Somebody pointed out in his chat, in his Twitter thread, that it's symbolic. Hey, Jiminy!
Yeah,
Jiminy's on the thread.
but
Jiminy's in the chat.
symbolic. What's the symbolism? That's what I want to know.
No, see, that's why it's retarded. That's why I go on my tangent. That makes them retarded. Because if you're only making of it the symbolic thing, then it doesn't make sense. Because there's no fucking petroleum in your fucking oil painting. You're just fucking stupid.
I must find out. Why did they do it? Can nobody tell me?
See, nobody's even delving into their logic. People are just shitting on them because it's stupid. Like, they're one of Roger Hallam's wacky subcults. I don't know who Roger Hallam is. So
I must
wouldn't
find
be
out
surprised.
why.
Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. They
Okay,
explain
why?
They explain
why
why. Well, let me
Okay,
just
how-
find out.
Okay, explain it. Explain it to the chat.
Oh,
Explain it to the audio.
there's a viral video apparently. I wonder.
Yeah, there's a
where it is.
video that. Okay, I know this because I'm gonna use it in my She-Hulk video. That's why I also had this. It's a scripted rant. That's why I summon it and I am immediately enraged because it's so fucking retarded.
Damn it! I'm not finding it.
It's not there because they're stupid.
Well, apparently they did no
Florian.
damage. They did no damage to the painting.
Yeah,
so
because the
that's
glass
something.
is there's a glass pane.
Well, I mean, they probably knew that, but also you could probably restore a painting pretty easily.
Yeah,
Like-
but the frame is damaged. If they
Oh
use
no,
the
not
frame
the
from the
not the
original.
frame.
No, I mean if they okay, let me finish. If they damage the frame from the original painting, they're gonna pay a hefty fine, or they might even go to jail.
I mean, yeah, they might go to jail. That's
I
possible.
hope they go to jail, because Florian, what's gonna happen to them? They're gonna be called stupid idiots. They're gonna be stricter laws against these types of protests, and everyone will move on with their fucking lives. This protest is stupid.
All right, here we go. We're
Okay.
using these actions to get attention from the media, to get people talking about this now, and we know civil resistance works. History has shown us this works.
No, but nobody's talking about the cause.
No, keep.
They're just talking about their
I'm
retardation.
there's more.
Okay.
I'm
Sorry, I'm just so mad.
I'm standing here as a queer woman, and the reason that I'm able to vote, go to university, and hopefully someday marry a person I love, because of people who have taken part in civil resistance. God damn it, that doesn't explain it either. Ah!
Yeah, it doesn't explain why they choose a fucking oil painting, right? They're stupid.
What's the reason?
They're stupid. No, they're just no. And the thing is, right? They want their cause to be important. They're just picking a fight because, like, women's suffrage. The black lady that stood at the back of the bus and went to the front didn't want to go to the back of the bus. Those are important moments that had friction in it. What the fuck does an oil painting have to do with climate change? It's fucking nothing. It's so stupid.
Well, yeah, apparently
They're
it's
not-
about fossil fuel, but why? God damn.
they could have had a point if they actually were going against something that is gas related or petroleum related. But as it stands, it's just retarded.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine there being too much oil used in like a gallery. I mean, maybe, but probably not.
Oh, they're just retards, and it just annoys me.
Well, I mean,
Oh wow,
do you?
we're not even talking about the Woman King.
Yeah,
Guys, Woman King is fine. Okay, I will change my grade from 5 to 8 to 8. Okay.
hell yeah.
Yeah. Now that we talked about it, Florian, my feelings have been like settled. It's like an 8 point. Okay, 8.5. Yeah.
Hell
It's
yeah.
fairly it's fairly solid. Like in all historical movies, let's just ignore the history and have fun with the story.
Yeah, I mean that is what usually happens.
You know what convinced me, Florian? What you pointed out with The Last Samurai, because my professor did make a hell of a rant there, and I enjoyed The Last Samurai. So, yeah, let's cut the Woman King some slack.
Hell yeah. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this podcast. Went on a little
about paintings.
Yeah, I got a little off track here, but you know, we said a lot of interesting stuff about the Woman King. So if you're just coming in now, you can start from the beginning and hopefully enjoyed. Yeah, everyone check out Weekend Warrior on his YouTube channel. No longer on Twitter, sadly.
Yeah. Also, Florian, I am gonna shit on She-Hulk, but I'm gonna make a fun video about something I actually like, since I keep getting that comment. So
Well,
okay,
I really hope it's about something with women in it, because
the Vampire Survivors have women characters in it.
Oh wow, such representation!
Hell yeah! See, women can die in these time survival games too, you know.
All right, well, subscribe for more.
Florian,
yeah.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining. It was really good.
Yeah, it was entertaining. We didn't like Karen, did it? I didn't like Karen. You fuck. We were there. What are you talking about, Jiminy? Mr. Jones, how dare you?
Didn't I like Karen? I don't remember.
Somebody here liked Karen.
Yeah, probably would be me, I guess.
Anyway.
Alright, goodbye everyone. Subscribe for more.
Bye. Take